Well, this is my departure from the guitar. Back in the 80s, again when I was stationed in Germany, I decided to take up banjo. I had a couple of influences over there. First off, one of the guys that I worked with, a guy by the name of Irv. He was a bluegrasser, and actually my commander was kind of a bluegrasser. And one of the guys that I knew as a friend of a friend from the choir that I ran played a five-string banjo that he had picked up over there from a music store, German music store. So I went downtown and picked up a German Hofner five-string banjo, which I modified. I changed out the tuners. I upgraded the tuners on it. You can see here I upgraded the tuner on the neck, so that it was a little more playable. It's not a very expensive Hofner. Actually, it was kind of expensive for the time that I had to buy it on the economy in German marks, but it wasn't too bad. The construction on it is pretty simple. You know, you've got the head, and you've got the screws here that tighten the head down, and then the back is just held on with that screw. Nothing very fancy. Certainly nothing as fancy as a multi-$1,000 Gibson Mastertone, but for me to learn on and to keep all these years, it was pretty good. So this banjo, I think I got probably in about 1979 or 80, probably a little after the time that I got my Ovation Legend. So it's getting up there in years as well. It's it's probably upwards to 38 years old as well. And for a while, it kind of became my primary instrument. I would play the guitar still, but the banjo kind of fascinated me because of it being so different from that of a guitar. The first thing you have to do is you got to learn how to play with thumb picks and finger picks, and they can be kind of a pain at times. In fact, this thumb pick is kind of killing me right now. And then getting used to the metal finger picks on this. To play a bluegrass banjo, a five-string banjo, the first thing one has to learn how to do is a three-fingered roll. And so what you have to do is learn to and you start off kind of slow on it till you get your speed up. Now, I haven't played this banjo in years, other than pulling it out every once in a while, so I'm not as proficient as I used to be. But I still remember my three-finger roll, the basic bluegrass three-finger roll. And so what you do is, it's not tuned like a guitar, it's tuned differently. It's tuned to a D, a G, a B, a D, and then the high string, which is normally not fretted. It is capoed sometimes if you change keys, but it is not normally fretted. And so it's pretty much an open tuning. And so the chords on it you have to relearn from that of the guitar. So you have to learn to vary your picking style in order to make it interesting. If I were good enough, I would still be able to play. Which at this point I don't know the rest of it. But that was the old Foggy Mountain Breakdown, and I used to be able to do a pretty fair rendition of it. Cripple Creek. So it's kind of a neat instrument. I have thought several times in the years past of upgrading and picking up something a little more professional than this, but I always talk myself out of it. So this is my Hofner souvenir from Germany that I bought about 38 years ago.